Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing today? Here I am, back and making another video on my 2019 Honda CBR500R. It's another beautiful summer night in the state of Minnesota, so I figured I'd get out, enjoy my bike, and make another video for you guys. In the last video, I kind of talked about the modifications that I've made to my CBR, but I never really went in depth on my exhaust that I put on my bike, which was I believe the second mod I did. In the last video I said I had all my modifications mixed up, but my Coffman exhaust was the second mod that I did to my bike. Yeah, and I didn't really talk about it in the last video, so I felt like today would be a good time to talk about it. Here it is. It is a Coffman's racing exhaust. It's a little short pipe, and man, I love the thing. So let me do a quick walk around of the bike for you guys, and then we'll get on it and we can talk more about the exhaust. So in the last video I kind of talked about my CRG brake and clutch levers. So here's a more close-up of them. I have them set to pretty medium, at least my clutch, and then my brake, I believe I have it further out because I like to be able to grab it with these two fingers. So I do like it a little bit further out. But yeah, as we do the quick walk around, here's another close-up of the Coffman exhaust. I did remove the baffle that's in it. I believe the Coffman has a 3-stage suppression system, and I kind of like it, that loud, throaty noise. And then here's some of the little dings that I have on the bike. They're nothing too crazy, but I think I'm gonna make another video talking about my slip up or when I let the thing down. Pretty unfortunate, but wasn't too bad for what it could have been. So why don't we get on the bike and talk more about the exhaust. I love gravel, I love gravel. Alright, so let's get into the exhaust. Before I even purchased the bike back in February, I had been doing a lot of research to try and figure out what exhaust that I had wanted to put on my bike, because I feel like exhausts do a lot for bikes. Poor skunk. I think the exhaust adds quite a bit of character and kind of makes it your own. It gives you that unique sound that a lot of bikers look for. So I looked at many exhausts, a Krapovic, Yoshimura, Twin Brothers, M4, you name it. I pretty much looked at them all. I did a lot of looking at YouTube videos and trying to hear what my exhaust may have sounded like, but that really only gets you so far, as it typically sounds better in person than it does over a video. So with all my research that I had been doing, I finally stumbled across Coffman's racing exhaust, or Coffman's exhaust. They're just these little shorty pipes that I felt looked really cool on bikes. I had been looking at a Krapovic. The Krapovics are a lot bigger and they're carbon, which I think are pretty dope, but it's not exactly what I was looking for on my CBR. I didn't want to buy a $700 racing exhaust on my first starter bike. So I had stumbled across Coffman's, and all their exhausts are pretty reasonable, only about $200 USD. So I felt like it'd be a good exhaust to start with, and after reading a lot of reviews on the exhaust, I quickly found out like how much everyone else had been enjoying theirs as well. So after reading many reviews, doing my research, I pulled the trigger on the Coffman's exhaust, and it arrived fairly quickly. I can't remember where it exactly ships from. I want to say Florida or California. Don't quote me on that. But it arrived fairly quickly, and I got it on. And honestly, I loved it instantly. It was fun taking my stock exhaust off and putting the new exhaust on and hearing what the bike sounded like with straight pipes and what it sounded like with the new exhaust. I rode the new exhaust for about a day before I decided that I wanted to take out that suppression system, or the baffle inside of it, which was kind of a pain in the ass because I didn't have the right tools for it. But yeah, once I got it off, there's no going back from it. The thing I love about the Coffman Shorty is how throaty it is. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, but it's a very deep, throaty is the best description I can give, really, of the exhaust. It doesn't sound like super high-pitched, and I'm honestly a huge fan of that. I do like the backfires that it produced. Know that backfires aren't incredibly good for the exhaust, but I've been potentially looking at block-off plates, but no one makes them for the 2019 CBR, so we'll see if something comes on the market and can get something figured out for that. Because I also have noticed since the installation of my exhaust is that my miles per gallon has dropped, not a significant amount, but a few miles per gallon, because I believe I was averaging around 61 miles per gallon with the stock exhaust. But then when I transitioned over to the new one, I'm only averaging about 58.3. Well, only. That's something that potentially a tune could help, because I'm sure that there's fuel not efficiently being used. I'm not super knowledgeable on engines and everything, but I mean, other than that, no complaints about the thing. I love the short pipe. I love the sound of it. It's relatively inexpensive. So many positives to the few negatives. That being said, I'm not that opposed to looking into different exhaust brands for the future. I would highly recommend, and I would get another Coffman, but I really want to explore the market and see what companies have to offer. So that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think and what exhaust that I should potentially look at purchasing in the future. Until then, guys, ride safe. Peace.